in doing games that are literally cheap and quick, technically there was one game in this list I wanted to try out for a while. So, here it is. Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo. It's a LucasArts game, as usually turns out, and it was made from JVC. It was out on the Super Nintendo originally, but it was re-released for the PS4, thanks to Disney Interactive, who no longer do games. Shock interesting and stuff. So, Super Star Wars is a interesting kettle of fish, actually. It was already an improved game from the freaking Star Wars titles that existed before, on the Nintendo at least, and many other platformers. But this was the more interesting. It was the run and gun play of the difficult arcs, as it were. Just check a few things. I think so. So yeah, we are going to be doing this on the Brave difficulty. Technically, the difficulty goes on from easy to medium and to hard. So we're going to be doing it on medium difficulty because this game is technically hard. So, once more, in a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars! Everyone knows this by now, but everyone prefers Episode 4, which was technically rehashed in Episode 7. Episode 4, New Hope. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil Galactic Empire. During the battle, Rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star, an armored space station with enough power to destroy an entire planet. Spoilers, Alderaan gets nuked. Pursued by the Empire Citizen agents, Princess Leia races aboard her own starship, custodian of the stolen planets that can save her people and restore freedom to the galaxy. Spoiler, her people of Alderaan get absolutely wasted. However, that's only a minor case because they don't ever show this in this game, as per se. But yeah, this was originally done as a response to Proton John's stream when he barely beat this with his last continue. Essentially, this is going to be one of those short LPs, a very short one. I already have actually recorded quite a few episodes, so if you've never played Star Wars before, well, this kind of gives you a shitty rendition of what actually happens. The transports get attacked by a Star Destroyer, which Darth Vader is on, and then afterwards a pod goes straight to onto Tatooine. And so begins the game. You are Luke Skywalker, you have a gun, and you're in the Dune Sea. Kind of dude and all that stuff. Anyway, it's a run and gun game. Essentially what happens here is that you get to shoot enemies, shoot enough enemies. If they shoot down, hearts. They do enemies do drop hearts all the time, except for most cases. It's a run and gun, but it's actually more extreme run and gun. Because the difficulty has been there for years. The game is technically a hard one. It depends on how you start things off. Because I think easier. By the way, that lightsaber that is not a lightsaber, that's your health. And that much. But if you kill all the scorpions at this point, you get a special sort of a secret. This is something I watched the show. John, for instance. That's John as in Proton John. See if it actually can work. So, there you go. That should be done. I mean, if you don't have to listen to my voice, I mean, you can actually keep it going. But yeah, it's waiting for the scorpion is a freaking bitch to wait for, but when they do finally spawn like mad, you get a blaster upgrade, which in this case gives you an early flame power-up, which it is worth the time and the effort. Everything else is there, but here's the interesting thing is, in this game, the timer is there, but it doesn't, but the game does not end if you lose a life. Ultimately, the timer is just for points. Surprisingly, it's all just points. But this for the flame power-up is actually very useful. It cuts through enemies like that. And there's another power-up so soon, if you do. Now we're going to kill all these Womp Rats. You never see Womp Rats in the actual film. but it's just basically just more like more the pew-pew-pewing that you got used to by now. This is another quick game. As soon as I gotta get my hands on more quick games, as it were. Technically, the gameplay mechanics wouldn't technically call this hard, especially later on. It's kind of ridiculous how intense it gets, and oh shit. Oh, does it get intense? It really does get intense. Just saying. So let's get this one out of the way. Get this one out there, and we have to keep killing these warp rats. And by the way, you have to kill for this unlock to reveal itself. We have to kill all the enemies, and which we do. We now get seekers, definitely to add to our arsenal. But now we get a rapid. See, if you take the time and the money and the investment, you'll get a rapid iron by the end of the stage, which is all I can pretty much say for this point here. Because oh boy, you can tell the quality of the gun is right there. The quality of the gun is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But it is often said that the gun is going to be your default because if you watch the film carefully, if you know the film by now, you definitely know what's coming up. Essentially, this is just a bastardized way of trying to fit an entire 90-minute film into a video game form, which was the norm back then. Because instead of like tie-ins and cartoons of the past, no, video game has to be a video game, and the video game has to be technically hard. Of course, the PS4 re-release is actually pretty good because it gives you the option of save states. Sliding also increases that one, and we get our first boss, the Sarlacc, who never shows up in the first fucking film. Really, Lucas? Really? I'm actually glad George Lucas is disgraced forever thanks to Force Awakens, but that's really about it. He is an easy boss, especially with that one. And we do not see him again until Return of the Jedi. But other than that, level is complete. Level is complete. And we'll move on to the next part of the film. Over here, hey, help, please help. I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations. Something terrible has happened. My counterpart R2-D2 has been captured by Jawas. We must find him. Unfortunately, this never happens because they nick the both of them, not Jawa. I think they do. Anyway, we have C-3PO, now we're going to go try and find R2. See you next time.